Alright everybody, we are back with another cigar video on the channel, and this one is one that I'm doing just for a little bit of fun because today we are going to be smoking a cigar while also reading some of the hate, because as some of you on Instagram may know, I collate some comments for my own enjoyment. Honestly, YouTube does a lot of moderation for me, but sometimes you get the odd message that slips through the crack, and actually I find them way more entertaining than I do insulting. But we can jog our memory while enjoying a fine cigar, and the one that I've chosen to smoke today is a Flor de Cano, if it will focus. Perfect. This is the Elegado. I've chose this one because a lot of people in the comments don't consider A, Cubans to be worthwhile smoking, and B, that Flor de Canos are actually worth their money. Not one to disappoint, I just thought I'd needle them further today. Of course, I'd love to get my hands on some novelty cigars for this type of video. A lot of you gave really great suggestions in my DMs when I floated the idea of reading hate comments. A lot of my cigar videos have gone all but viral. They get a lot of mixed opinions. Of course, the majority are wonderful, lovely and supportive comments from the rest of you guys in the community. But of course, people cannot keep their disdain in for this hobby that we've cultivated, despite it being none of their business, given that they have so kindly and so graciously offered up their pearls of wisdom. We aren't going to hide any of their usernames and whatnot, because obviously their advice is to be shared and to be followed. So, without much further ado, I'm going to start cutting and enjoying my cigar. Ooh, what cut should I do? I'm going to do a cat eye cut. That is such satisfying, perfect cut, if I may say so myself. But haters will come for me anyway. But honestly, I don't really care because I'm smoking it, you are not. It's my health, my life, so do one. But anyways, shall we light up the cigar? The perfect light, might I add, for the haters. Do you want to start reading them off?
First one. This person looks like that guy / girl that did the advertisements for Budweiser, Dylan Mulvaney.
You got me.
Maybe too much makeup. I'm not sure.
I am the spitting image, I've so been told. And then I rip off the Scooby-Doo mask and there's Dylan Mulvaney. Obviously, I'm even Chinese. Dylan's as white as snow. This person is not only blind, but obviously this was meant to be a derogatory. It's meant to say I look like a man. And you know what? I think we've got a few of those types of comments, if I'm not mistaken.
We have a few.
Don't
yeah.
we?
I mean, this person's display picture says allergic to stupidity. I mean, he must be allergic.
Takes
to
one to know one.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes one to know one,
exactly.
To be honest.
Self-hating person. Okay, the next one, related. Are you a biological woman? I can't tell. I think you've made a reel about this.
Coming soon, my peeps. It hasn't gone live yet, but I think straight after this video, I'm just going to push it live. Yeah, I guess it's time to say the truth. I've been rumbled. I'm a man. I mean, what else could explain why I like cigars and have nice things? I couldn't possibly do it myself. It must be because I've got two balls under this coat. Also, may I just say, jokes aside, if I was a German woman called Elise, would I be getting these comments? Is it not just the Asian stereotype, Thailand, need I say more, but just because I'm Asian, that's the only reason why they're saying it? You look through all the comments, no one else seems to have an issue with it. I don't know, maybe they're all gay.
Okay, next one. You're reading from note cards and you sound like you really don't know what you're talking about. But that's insane because even the best speakers read from notes cards.
I don't understand, is that meant to be an insult? Because number one, a lot of my videos are improvised, but number two, if they're too heavily improvised and don't have a structure, not only would you tune out, but second of all, it's just ramblings that would take me a long time to edit and cut out. But even if I write note cards, of which I do have notes, they are my notes. I'm assuming this man doesn't know that newscasters read from auto cues. I know. It's shocking.
I'd like to see his profile.
I would like
see how
to,
many
yeah.
videos he has.
Not only that, I would like to see any of these faces, because just so happens, none of them have their real name and profile photos. Let's go and have a look at how you conduct yourself. Throwing stones in glass houses or what?
Cigars contain the same addictive, toxic, and carcinogenic compounds found in cigarettes and are not a safe alternative to them. Let's see how you'll feel about the cigar hobby when it affects your health in the future. Hope you don't get something like mouth cancer in the future. I mean, there's so many
things in
wrong
here.
with that.
I mean, first of all, the grammar. and the construction is problematic to follow. And I mean, we've already seen my health report, so that in itself says 1,000 words. But I'm sure they will all still say, well, no, just you're an outlier, it's gonna come. The mouth cancer's gonna come. What do they think I am, a chimney? It's funny how online people think that they know everything about your life and your health. These people, meanwhile, are like couch potatoes or live in their mum's basement.
Also, being a safe, alternative, it's not like the cigar's filling the void, right? It's not like I'm seeking an alternative to cigarettes. I smoke cigars because I like smoking cigars. It's not I was smoking cigarettes, but because I found out they were so bad for me, I'm going to go to an alternative.
Yeah, just to set the record straight, because a lot of people, even like innocent comments were saying, did you smoke cigarettes before? How did you get off them? I'm like, I've never implied or said that I've smoked cigarettes, so we're just gonna kind of cut through that one very quickly for the record. Never smoked cigarettes. I think they're quite foul. Cigars, however, are not the same thing, and we're not going to go into depth here because we're here to read the comments, and some little Karen is going to come out of their cave very soon, I'm sure. But I haven't picked up this hobby because I'm so addicted. I can very easily pick up and put down cigars. If you're addicted, I don't know what to tell you. That's more a problem with you than with me or the rest of the people that smoke cigars. I think they probably have some sort of trauma event that they're attaching and projecting to me, because why would you then, if you hate cigars so much, spend a lot of your day going to cigar channels, watching them? Give me the views though, I don't mind.
But I also find, firstly, people who write comments like that, I'd like to see what their life is like.
I know.
Another, hello, new subscriber, just curious, are you transgender?
I'm whatever you want to be, hun, just as long as you keep watching.
You are not swatting flies. Less hand gesture to sell the cigars or what you're talking about. It's essential to be more calm and less hand movements or any gestures that require the whole body movement. Just the tip flash hint, not trying to be mean, smiley face. That way you will look more credible and have more views from different ages and demographics. Nice video, an amazing collection of cigars. Envy you. That's like
that was a shit sandwich. I don't know what you're talking about with my hands. I barely moved.
He's got Perry the Platypus as his profile picture. I mean, that says it all, to be honest.
I don't know who or what that is, but that doesn't sound credible to me. Second of all, I mean, in my videos, I'm pretty measured with my hand gestures. Also, we as humans, we talk with our hands. Would you like me to just sit here and stare at you uncomfortably in the camera?
You've seen a person talking without their hand.
I know, it's weird.
Really strange.
Think of every impactful speech you've ever seen in a film or in politics, in culture, in music videos.
Cue Hitler speech.
Oh, no, we're not going to include that in this video.
Cue Mussolini speech.
This is where I get further demonetized. Not only that, who are you? Do you have TV credentials? Do you have movie acting credentials? I don't think so if you've got a platypus in your display picture. But also then the backhanded compliment with then this little insertion of, but your collection's great, so nothing about you, just the things that aren't you are all right. He's saying I'm struggling with an audience. I have many of my videos, almost 90,000 views at the time of filming. I don't think we're struggling with view counts here. You really like this because I keep chatting.
Yeah. Whilst you're doing that, is it a myth that you should hold the flame away oh my god. Is it a myth that you should hold the flame away the foot and not do what you did? Perhaps that's way you got canoeing?
What?
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't understand either.
Are you saying it how it's written?
Yes, yeah,
oh,
I am.
Sorry.
Okay, right. Let me restart it. I will not interject with my inner thoughts. Okay. Is it a myth that you should hold the flame away the foot and not do what you did? Perhaps that's way you got canoeing. I don't understand why you even try to light it with a soft flame in that wind, not even short of its size. Inexperienced a bit, just for clicks, my guess. That's a bot. That must
Are you sure
be a
that's
bot.
a bot?
That must be a bot.
Remember,
that's where you got canoeing. I mean, a
bot
majority
would have written it well, though.
No, I don't think so. I think someone hired a call center
to spread disinformation.
To mass comment.
If that puts me higher in the algorithm, please keep going. Because I must caveat, Some of them are downright rude. I mean, ones that are just, racist and derogatory. I've been called 304 in many occasions, which I don't understand the relevance to cigars, but, those are just outright blocked and deleted and whatnot. And to be honest, stupid ones, funny ones, I'll keep up, but this one is like, doesn't make any sense. These people can vote. I don't know what canoeing is. Maybe I'm not as versed in the cigar community, but a lot of the grammar was incorrect too. Ultimately, this is the thing. Okay, there are certain ways you can respect a cigar, and obviously we're not going to char grill it like a barbecue up close. And, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm some sort of cigar expert, because I've always been very careful and very, very forthcoming with saying that I'm not. But there is this very big sense of judgment and righteousness when it comes to cigars, which only goes to reinforce the fact that cigars are for old white men or very kind of exclusive, because it's exactly this kind of judgment that makes women especially not want to smoke. It personally doesn't affect you what other people do to their cigars. Obviously, again, char grilling them, that makes your heart hurt. But so long as they are respecting the cigar, what does it matter what flame that they're using? I'm assuming you'd also watch people like Herbie Allison, Eddie Sahakian, for example. You're getting other sources, so don't take my word for it. If you don't like it, go elsewhere.
It's not cute to be smoking. You're flexing your cigars, but I'll be flexing my life for 30 years. Life
I remember this.
expectancy.
What was the username?
I love Taylor Swift with my life. Well, I mean, that says it all.
I mean, if you're going to follow a 35, almost 36-year-old single woman with many, many cats, I don't want to be taking PTs from you. I'm just saying. Again, health check, lack of context around the sports that I do. Bet you couldn't squat your body weight or twice your body weight.
I mean, it's more of a compliment that someone that likes Taylor Swift hates you. I think that's where you get direction that you're doing well in life. A Swiftie hates you.
I don't know if that's saying much about the Swiftie. It's quite admirable, the
Well, I mean, every
delusion.
Swiftie hangs on every single word she says, and it's quite weird.
I guess by extension, then Taylor Swift gave me that comment. Swifties are on to me.
Next one. Get a proper job, and then it will be impressive. Selling your body isn't impressive. You little prostitute. Get some decorum. I smoke cigars because I work long hours to do so.
There is a lot to unpack here. This man probably needs to speak out his feelings towards a therapist. It was just a rant, wasn't it? First of all, I have a proper job. This is all but for the fun of it. I don't really get much from it, especially not when I talk about cigars, because as you know, it's an 18+ substance. You will get demonetized. I do it because I want to share the passion. So really, this is a very one-way transaction. I have a proper job, actually, and I therefore, because I have a proper job, I guess according to your logic, sir, I am entitled to smoke cigars, because apparently that's all it takes. And the thing about the selling of my body, have you seen my content and have you seen my page? Because I'm pretty sure, compared to everybody else's profiles, especially on Instagram, I am very halal. Very. I present little because I work very hard in the gym, actually.
Look at this profile picture. It's so stupid.
I mean, are you Brad Pitt? To be able to comment on someone's appearance, you must be Brad Pitt. Or Henry Cavill.
Alright, next one. By the way, do you know what's really unsustainable? Overconsumption. Well, I mean, I agree, but we're not overconsuming. So... And what is overconsumption?
Hate much?
Yeah.
Jealous much? I know, overconsumption is a very subjective term. It's very sensationalist used in this context anyway, but why are you watching then?
Just a quick hit of luxury that everyone can access. How detached from reality do you want to be? LMAO. Whoever is saying this, Mrs. Pervy, probably
The police need to come for you.
Probably spends about a good 50, 60 pounds, if that, every week on alcohol.
Yeah, getting binned.
So...
Or worse.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, first and foremost, if you hate luxury, this lifestyle so much, why are you on my channel? Actively seeking it out, you sadist. I think I'm a lot of people's guilty pleasure. I don't know how I feel about that. It seems kind of seedy if you're watching me, but you hate it. I think you've got a problem. You might want to seek help.
Lady, let's get out the violin for you. You poor thing. Boo-hoo-hoo.
know the context.
I don't even know the context of that.
Oh, I think it must have been when I was saying how I didn't make cigar videos for a while because there's a lot of leery old men, which I'm going to be honest, most people are nice, but then you get the odd ones like, marry me, be my wife, and I take you on a date, which is lovely and flattering, but I'm clearly taken. I'm very happily taken, and it's not appropriate, okay? It's not gonna work. This one, I'm not entirely sure. I just think they actively seek this out themselves. Weird.
Great. Another woman-planning, made up word. Cigar sounds manly versus a cigarette, which sounds feminine. What? Okay.
These people can vote. Don't forget. These people can vote, they can drive, they can do all the things we can do. That should scare you.
If this is not a bot, it absolutely astounds me that someone like this can vote, one, and two, that their vote carries the same weight as me.
You're equal.
I
therefore assume, by that logic, if we're the same, there's no woman-planning or man-planning. And I don't know what he's meaning by cigars are for men, cigarettes are for women, because last time I checked, men are smoking cigarettes. So are we saying, actually, what they're doing is a hate crime? And you know what? With all this progress we've made with women's rights, how dare they encroach on cigarettes? I didn't know this rule, but I needed to be educated. Comment below if you know this rule existed. Man, someone needs to mansplain to me how this all works, because I did not know. My ignorance.
All right, the next one's a chain. Because men buy the majority of cigars. Because they smell like a barn. What are you saying? That is a man.
I'm assuming that's me.
Yeah.
I'm the man. Cigars smell like a barn.
Well, it just says because they smell like a barn. I mean, I don't.
You need to get your nostrils checked, or your cigars, because they may have gone off. Because what's in barns? Hay, feces from your livestock. All of this is just a bit odd. I don't know. Is it just an echo chamber of bots talking to each other?
Probably.
And he's like, what? So he's mad. Oh, burn! Because you're the first one with that original comment.
Next one. You have such a hateable personality.
Why, thank you. I try. But here you are watching.
Hard to watch. Borderline boring. Would it have been too much to light one up? Well, it clearly wasn't that hard to watch because you watched it.
Almost 90,000 people watched it.
Exactly.
Also, there are videos of me smoking cigars, but just click on those. Or don't, if you don't like it. Or just piss off. Also, this gets me very demonetized. If I don't show one, actually, and this is an insider thing, I can actually get monetized if I'm just talking about cigars and accessories and all of that. If I show one, immediate. And look, while this is a passion project, I'm not a charity, okay? We got to get something back to make this sustainable, especially for my community who loves this. So it seems fair game to be able to have videos where I'm not talking about, I'm not smoking a cigar, but just talking about them versus actually smoking them. A lot of people I know are trying to bait me. Some of them I'll bite because they're so stupid that I just like to needle them and make them foam at the mouth. Others I'm just like, well, straight up block. And they'll never know because YouTube doesn't tell you if you've been blocked. So is that all of them?
That is all of them.
What a shame. I was quite enjoying them.
Quite funny.
I was quite enjoying them. We need to collate some more for next time. And then we'll come back and we're going to smoke an even fatter stogie. What did you think of all of those comments?
I mean, I think half of them were bots, but also people who are doing better than you don't punch down. That's all I have to say. And even if they do punch down, they are secretly insecure about something. But I think mostly a lot of these people are just simps. Who has the time, really, to sit down, watch a video of that length and process it enough to, or not really process it enough, to be honest, but to comment on, to write a horrendous comment? I mean, it just goes to show you, okay, that's how you spend your time. All right.
A lot of these people don't like cigars. They're already coming with a bias and commenting just.
Well, then why watch the video if you don't like the?
But then again, I'm not going to say stop watching it because, first of all, if you leave a horrible comment, it's going to end up in a video like this, which is only going to give me more views, and you're going to rage click and hate watch and all that business and drive more traffic. But also, I think it shows to other people the lack of intelligence in our society. And I love to read them. To be honest with you, it has the opposite effect. I know there are people thinking and hoping that I'm going to be, crying in my bed, or I'm just going to stop smoking cigars. But these juicy things, I love them. And they have not affected my health in any way. Go watch that health report video if you don't believe me. And hate comment on that because we're driving up the engagement, my people. Even YouTube reached out to me. And we're doing more with them. because of the great content and the great support. So with that, I think we will end this video here. It's getting quite dark. As you see, we're working with natural light here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Flor Decano. It's a lovely light smoke, perfect for these light topics. But I hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and if you do like this style of video where I can actually smoke without having to speak constantly and then the cigar goes out, etc., it's quite nice to have a conversation. So if you do want more of this, then drop a comment and we'll be sure to do more, and you can perhaps help me collate more. So we will leave it here. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.